That's all right.
30 seconds early. Never mind. So I'll just play it's about 10 seconds this sting and then
Okay.
away.
Two lopsided matches. Wanderers 190-point winners over luckless Tiwi Bombers, 37-19 to 7-9. And in the game after that, Waratahs took on Palmerston. Waratah 24-18, 126, disposed of Palmerston 5-6. The match in front of us, not going to be a one-sided match, we wouldn't think. Lots of anticipation. Mini grand final for these two in 5th and 6th position on the ladder. A win tonight for Darwin might just about consolidate them in the top 5. If they don't win, they leave Districts a chance to push the door open a little wider. Joining us in commentary, Tash Medbridge with us. Tash, hello.
Hey, Charlie.
Fred Murphy's going to look after the special comments for us. Fred, how are you going?
Hey, Charlie.
Big game bout just got underway, Tash. Pick it up.
Yeah, it did. So Districts have already, Buffaloes have kicked the first goal already, so we're 1.5 minutes into the game. Started a little bit early. Districts in possession of the footy at the moment on centre wing. That's young Rusker out there for the Districts. Buffaloes come away now through Stokes. Hits up Campbell. Campbell dropped the mark he would have taken any other day of the week. And McAdam comes away, gives it to a teammate running past there in Ogden. Ogden kicks it up to centre wing. That's a great mark by that man. Jonathan Ross has played very good in the last couple of weeks for Districts, and that's thumped over the boundary line about 80 metres around from the Southern Districts goal. Nearly 2.5 minutes gone in this first quarter, and the Buffaloes have the sole goal.
So the Darwin ruckman, Big Ben Archard, up against Patrick Gallo. And Patrick Gallo's had a good season, got the tap down pretty good. Darwin with a chance to get it bursting through there with the footy though. Eldridge got it onto the right boot, kicked it inside 50, rolls back here. Southern Districts can run into an open goal, bangs it off the left boot. They reply in a hurry, Southern Districts. Goal kick down there for them by Billy Rolfe. Well done.
Yeah, good play, Billy Rolfe. But great ruck work there by Gallo. He got the ball forward. Districts got the contested possession, kicked it forward, and the ball just went over the back of the Buffaloes player.
It was through from behind. It was behind.
They've changed it. It's touched. Sorry. It's a behind.
It's a behind. So Buffaloes have come streaming away. Here's that young man, Kalen Abala, a very good player for the Buffaloes. So under pressure in the back 50. An errant kick goes straight to Sean Matt, has a shot on goal, and a good mark in the end taken right against the behind post. And I think that is Brodie Foster. So he is deep in the left pocket, kicking to the airport side, kicking to the airport end, sorry. The Buffaloes goes around, plays on, and he's kicked it. So he's got his second of the game, Brodie Foster. The Buffaloes have their second. And a good start here to the Darwin Buffaloes. Yeah,
great start by Brodie Foster. But Buffaloes really got the ball up really quickly from the back line. Hodgson played a really good part. Matt got the ball on the half-forward flank, kicked it forward, and Brodie Foster's happened to be the right place at the right time. They've got 2 goals on the board. Districts have only got 1 point, so it's really good that the Buffaloes get a good start after last week's game.
Fred, late inclusion, or an inclusion for Darwin. Joe Anderson, what was that all about?
Oh, look, I think Joe Anderson is here to really make sure that the Buffaloes can win and try to help them in any way he can as an experienced player.
Played 17 games for Carlton and 100 games in the Sandful for Sturt and North Adelaide. Umpire throws it aloft in the middle. Darwin get the clearance, don't get the kick away though. Lost it, tackle, ball went to ground. Chance here, running onto the footy. They can pick it up and go forward. Archard with the kick, the big ruckman. Campbell at the back, couldn't get it, lands in the goal square. Whistle gone. Free kick to Southern Districts back there deep in the back pocket. Off the left boot they go, searching out wide, linking it up out there to Sexton. That's Jack Sexton, and he kicks, searching. He's kicked to a 2-on-1 there, but the ball went to ground. Districts got there in numbers. Support was there. Umpire plays it on. Scrappy play towards the boundary line. Heavy tackling going on. Ball trapped underneath him. Darwin come away with it somehow. Knocked just as he got the kick away. That player down there was Xavier Grant, but it was knocked over the boundary line for a boundary line throw-in. Tough start.
Oh, great intensity. And this is like got to fail like a finals type atmosphere already, and that's what we want from this game.
So boundary throw in grandstand side, right underneath our commentary box. Lionel Ogden hits the pack, is caught holding the footy. Good call by the umpire. He took him on. So it was a good tackle by Loudon for the Buffaloes. Had Dylan Gordon all by himself, but ignores that. Looks inboard. Now he goes to Dylan Gordon. So that's just a required 15. The big ruckman crashed into Dylan Gordon's back. That's Patrick Gallo. So still centre wing here, grandstand side. Grant goes running past, ignores him. Kicks it a good 25 metres to that man, Joey Anderson. Slightly pushed under the footy. Umpire said play on. Matt drags it in. He needs to get rid of it here. So still on centre wing, so the ball's not really going anywhere. Xavier Grant tries to take him on. Joey Anderson's there now. On the left, moves it forward by 30 metres and holding the man. So it's going to Pendlebury. Love calling that name and that's a free kick. So that's a 50. So no, it looks a free kick off the ball. So Matty Campbell is going to take it directly in front, slight angle. So for the Buffaloes here, they could get their third on the board. District's yet to score a goal. There's 6.5 minutes gone. The Buffaloes are leading 12, District's 1, and Matty Campbell has a shot on goal. Ex-AFL player gets the goal, kicks truly and straight through the big sticks, and a good start to the Buffaloes.
Oh, absolutely. Great supply by the Buffaloes. Pendlebury got the ball on the half-forward flank. There was a bit of a holding by Matty Campbell. Free kick in the goal square. District's 3 goals behind, so they need to hold their nerve and really discipline and make sure that they're not giving away simple free kicks like that, easy kicks of goals. Otherwise, the game's going to be tough.
So Matty Campbell a couple, Brodie Foster a goal. They're always amongst the goal kickers for Darwin, who's had a dismal season. Despite their 5-win on the trot start to the season, they fell away badly. Back to the middle. Oh, well, Darwin got a bit of a tap away. Some work there by Southern Districts. Didn't get the kick clear, though. That was Duffy. Darwin now with the kick down towards the half-forward line. Gathered in there. Good run forward by Lionel Ogden. Goes out wide. Picks up a player out on the boundary line. That's Sexton. Will Sexton fires it upfield. Diving mark. Had come out of hand for Southern Districts, but they lost possession of the footy. Darwin get clear with it. Kick now towards the half-forward line. Rolls towards the boundary line at the 50-metre line and out of play. We played 7 minutes. Darwin leading the match 3 goals straight to a point.
And there was a presentation in the change rooms, Charlie, is that Will Sexton was presented his jumper by Bill Feeney. It's his first Premier League game, and he's wearing the legend Bill Feeney's number 22 that he won a couple of premierships in for Southern Districts. So boundary throw, and geez, that's Shawnee Armat went up in the ruck for Buffaloes and gave away about a metre, but he did well in the end, and Districts are trying to come out of the defensive 50. Duffy goes without it. In there again is Stokes. That's Bradley. Gives it back to Dylan Gordon. His kick is smothered. The numbers are here for Buffaloes. Good kick forward by the big ruckman and Archer. And a mark taken at the last night of defence, and that was by Cetus. Good player, this player, Charlie. Very, very good player in the rep squad, which of course gets named during the week that will play next weekend against Glenelg. So Districts come up the line. Good mark taken by Duffy for Districts, right in front of our commentary box on the grandstand side here at Marara. Goes back to Bowden. Not gaining much ground here. Bowden's telling him to run forward. He kicks it up the line, close to the boundary. They've got the numbers here. Manages to stay in. That's well read. No, the umpire said it was out. It was well read by Jack Sexton. Was running away, dashing into the 50, but the umpires called it back for a boundary throw-in right in front of the Buffaloes interchange on the grandstand side here.
Yeah, you can see the intensity by the Buffaloes. They're really hunting in packs tonight and really making a game of it.
So throw in on the wing. Darwin had possession of it, couldn't get the clearing ball away. Pendlebury. Kick goes down towards Southern District's goal line. Handball comes back, searching to Staunton. Staunton gets around them, straightens it up into the corridor, hoping for a player to run onto it. He'll get Ross. Ross kicked a couple of goals last week for Southern Districts. Didn't get it that time. Dispossessed, lost the footy. Kick comes out, Darwin, terrific. Into the hands out wide there to Paul Campbell. Campbell goes searching further in field. Looks for Cossack.
Very, very. And Charlie, it's 100 games here for Kale Cossack as well. So Cossack goes inboard to Dylan Gordon. Kicks it a 50-metre booming kick in front of Bradley Stokes. Bradley Stokes gets there first. District's player's gone to ground. That's Lionel Ogden. He looks injured there. He has not moved. And the free kick is going to Bradley Stokes. It's not good news there for Districts. Lionel Ogden still hasn't moved. Bradley Stokes plays on. And that's a terrible shot on goal. It goes out of bounds deep in the left forward pocket.
What was he trying to do?
Hopefully, Lionel Ogden's pretty good. Yeah, I think it was the skill level there. So at least now see if Buffaloes can keep the ball into their forward line.
So boundary throw in here, deep in the left forward pocket for the Buffaloes. Umpire throws it in very high. Anderson was in front. He got the tap down. Cleared by Michael Bowden for Districts in a dangerous spot, but well read by Dean Staunton, the captain for Southern Districts, takes a defensive mark in the 50.
And kicks it high, sets a teammate underneath it. You heard it gave to Ogden. Ogden gave the handball across. Little kick forward, Jack Sexton to the middle of the ground. Oh, they dropped the mark down there that they should have taken Gallo, but he might get the free kick. He's going to, the big ruckman. So Patrick Gallo gave it off. Handball was clever to Jack Sexton. Puts it inside 50. Scrubby old kick. Darwin under some pressure. Handball's okay. They got it away from the danger area. Little kick out towards the defensive 50. Buffaloes can use the handball and run it from there. They had a chance to go short to Paul Campbell. They didn't. They've gone right over the top. Kick to a 3-on-1. There was Xavier Grant. He didn't get it. Darwin with the footy now can kick it inside 50. Campbell's the target. Has front position. They held him without the footy. Charlie McAdams given away the free kick, and Campbell's going to go back and have his third shot for goal.
Smart coaching, Cameron Stokes. He's leaving Matty Campbell one out with Charlie McAdam in the goal square, and Matty's using experiences to really drag and say. And Charlie's struggling. Really great.
Yeah, that's
smart
what
coaching.
you would do with Matty Campbell. He's so dangerous in the forward 50.
82 games for North Melbourne he played. He's onto the left boot. He kicks for goal, and what's he done?
He's drilled it.
He's kicked the goal. He's got 3, Matty Campbell, and the Buffaloes have thrown the gates open.
Oh, absolutely. Good play there by the Buffaloes. The intensity of the ball, Kale Cossack in the half-back flank, and Gordon there, hip and shouldering, and they got the ball forward, and you know, Matty Campbell's providing an option and a target, a small forward option, but he's using his skills, and Cameron Stokes is coaching in a way that allows Buffaloes to play in a really positive way, and the intensity, really big difference from last week. I'm really pleased that they're really coming out and treating this like a final.
87-point thrashing at the hands of Nightcliff last week, Darwin Buffaloes.
Was a big hiding there last week, Charlie. Just keep an eye on Joey Anderson. Like he hasn't played for a while and definitely can't sprint. He's definitely carrying an injury there. So back in the middle, ball up. Ruckman either didn't win the tap, so they're tackled, and another ball up. Gained about 2 metres, Districts. So still in the centre square. Umpire throws it up. Gallo gets to it this time, knocks it down to his teammate in Staunton. Staunton kicks it into the 50, lands on the 50. Dylan Gordon does an up and under kick, and underneath it is that man again, Dean Staunton, called to play on, didn't go 15, sorry. Kicks it into the forward 50 at the back. Is a Districts player, has a ping on the goals, and unfortunately it goes through for a behind. So that man was, I think that was Jesse Clark there for Southern Districts. So Southern Districts have 2 behinds, Darwin Buffaloes 4 goals, so 24-2, 13.5 minutes gone in the first quarter.
Yeah, Clark could make more of a difference with that. If he had kicked a goal, it would have provided confidence to the District's players, but now they need to try to keep the ball inside their 50.
So the short kick is okay. 2 runners going for the footy. Went to Hoda for Darwin. Has it inside defensive 50, kicks it out wide towards Pendlebury. Got his hands on it, did really well, unloaded the handball and gave it off to Matricardi. Matricardi's kicked down towards the edge of the 50 square on the forward line. Districts get there first and fall on the footy. Stacks on the mill there, and umpire will come in and ball it up. 24 points plays 2. Darwin looking pretty good. 14 and a bit minutes gone in the first term. Umpire to throw it up. No clear tap out of that ball up. Ball left on the ground. Still no clearance there. They pack on top of this again. Umpire's going to have to repeat it and toss it up again.
Yeah, good play there. The intensity in tackling by Buffaloes is really putting a lot of Districts players under pressure. What can Districts do? They need some space and to hit it out to space to try to get some running on play.
So Archer against Gallo. Archer won the tap and he's won the free kick. Asking the question, no, it's going Duffy, so it was holding off the ball. So Duffy's got the free kick. Matthew Duffy for Districts. Finds a player all by himself, has the timeout there. It's Liam McGregor. Gets around one, hand passes to a teammate running past him. Jones has a crack at the goals and it bounces through. Districts have their first on the board. Well worked by the Southern Districts team. And at the 15-minute mark, they get their first goal. So still trailing the Darwin Buffaloes, but well done to Districts.
Yeah, good play there by Duffy on the wing. He got a free kick there, and what he did, first thing he did is he looked up, but he centered the ball into the Districts player there, and when he got the ball, good kick there into the forward line, and he'll score a goal. That's what Districts need to do, open the spaces wide and just play for each other, but really keep running and keep the intensity high. Otherwise, this good game could go away, but good goal there by Districts. So how can they come back now and see what they can do?
So umpire takes it back. 15, nearly 16 minutes gone, first term, round 14, NTFL from Marara Stadium in Darwin. Darwin win the tap out of the middle. Districts tried to get clear, didn't. Now they've won the footy and they can get away with it. Long kick there by Dal House, been a good player. Punch from the back, the Darwin defenders knocked it out towards the wing. They'll get there first in numbers. Can't get clear though. Ball held up. Umpire comes in and will ball it up. Yes, he will.
So the ruckman, just waiting for the ruckman to set. So Dean Robinson is in the ruck now for Districts. He won that tap. Good play, Dean. Dean Robinson gets it back. The ruckman tries to hand pass to the advantage of Staunton. Missed him. Under pressure here, the Buffaloes a free kick. It's going the way of the Darwin Buffaloes. That's Timothy Eldridge. Was missing last week, so a good inclusion back for them is Eldridge. Kicks it out wide to Abala. This is a young star on the rise, Charlie. Kaylin Abala kicks it up the line, looking for Foster. He's earned the free kick. So Foster on centre wing, grandstand side here for the Darwin Buffaloes. Nearly 17 minutes gone in this first quarter. Buffaloes leading Districts. Kicks it to the top of the 50. They let it bounce. Numbers here for Districts. Hand passes to a teammate, and that's Districts coming away with Rolf. Rolf gets it back through the centre corridor. Kicks it long, one-on-one. Ross couldn't get there. That was Jonathan Ross. Gets it to the advantage of a teammate. It's one-on-one. Cal Cossack does really well, the 100-gamer for the Buffaloes. Tries to get it out of the pack here. Gets it to the back. Jonathan Ross is there for District. Spins around, then has a shot on the goals. How does it bounce? It bounces over the top as it goes through. It bounces across the face and hits the behind post. So a boundary throw-in, but geez, the luck of the bounce there didn't go his way.
Oh, absolutely. Just if it would bounce to the left, it would have been gone through the goal. But good play though by Districts, trying to get the ball forward. Now they've got to try to keep the pressure on and keep it in their 50.
They have it deep in their forward line, the throw in. They can tap it down. They get to the ball first. Kick around the body there by Jay Dalhouse. Top of the square, punched away by the Darwin defence. Ball lands on the ground. Darwin try to run it out through Timothy Eldridge. And now it gets wide and another handball in the back pocket and they can clear it out towards the wing. It was a good kick. Rolls out towards the scoreboard wing. They have front position. Darwin Buffaloes can't get it. Good defensive work there done by Brodie Lake. He had a good game last week, didn't he, Lake? This kick inside 50. Darwin with the ball stuck in front of him. Not able to get a clear possession though. Landed in the hands of Jonathan Roth. Bangs away at goal and he's kicked a goal. Good goal for the Southern Districts. They've replied with quite a bit of passion there.
Oh, absolutely. They definitely needed that. It was more or less a bit of a scrubby kick, but he went for a goal, and at least the Districts players and team kept the ball inside their 50 on the half-forward flank. We rushed into the Districts forward line, and Jonathan Ross kicked it while he was falling backwards over his shoulder, and a great kick there.
Good player, Jonathan Ross. He's dangerous in that forward 50. And you look at the stature and you're used to big, powerful forwards, but he's very dangerous and is their go-to target up there. So the umpire brings it back to the middle. Score check here, 19 minutes gone in the first quarter. Buffaloes 4 goals straight, 24, Districts 2, 14. So nearing time on in the first quarter. Dean Robinson gets the tap down for Districts. They've got the numbers here. Cut-off comes out to the Districts player in Keel. That's a good mark taken. The umpire says play on. So the defensive line here for Buffaloes. The numbers are here for Districts. If they can get the ball away, they can have a shot on goal, but they can't. It's wrapped up. The umpire's going to... Oh, he's pinned him. Said no attempt, so the free kick's going to Bradley Stokes for the Buffaloes and kicks it out wide to Cale Cossack.
So Cossack has it in the back pocket for the Buffaloes. Searching kick over the back, wants the skipper in Jared Stokes, wins the footy, steps one, runs along the wing, punts it up towards the half-forward line. It's a good-looking kick. He was searching down there for his teammate in Maroney, didn't get it, gathered in this time Zach Smith for Southern Districts, back with the handball, have it across their half-back line, kick up over the wing, deep searching kick, oh, big climb from the back there, didn't get the mark though, was Cossack for Darwin. Ball knocked to ground, chance for Darwin here with Pendlebury, had front position, left it behind. And they get away with a two handball to Stokes. Stokes goes forward. This is Jared Stokes, got it from his teammate down there, kicked it down to Campbell, who just worked his way to the front.
Test those hammies, didn't he? But
did it
Matty
so well.
Campbell, he's on fire in this first quarter.
Yeah, great kick by the Buffaloes player there. I think it was Stokes or Paulie Campbell, and great body work by Matty Campbell as well. It's just really good. He's really playing really well in the first quarter, and he's becoming a really big focal point.
So he's had 3, Campbell. He's going to go for 4, close to quarter time here. He's on a tough angle. He kicks at goal and he keeps it to the near side and comes up with a minor score. First blemish on the scoreboard for the Darwin Buffaloes. 4-1 to Southern Districts 2-2, almost quarter time.
So Zach Smith gives it to Bowen for the kick out, finds Rusker, that's Brendan Rusker. It's in the defensive 50, centre half back, kicks it across, dangerous. Cale Cossack was there, Lionel Ogden picks it up for Districts, tries to spin out of a tackle. Got Sexton there, Sexton gets the ball off, dishes it back to Ogden, Ogden through centre wing, kicks it down to the top of the 50. And Xavier Grant's going to earn the free kick. Not much in that, but Wright's half back. Kicks across to Kevin Maroney. He's in the defensive 50. Played his 100th game last week, Kevin Maroney. Played very well. Go across looking for Atkinson. Atkinson for the Buffaloes is still in the defensive 50, so just taking their time working out. Finds Pendlebury. Defensive half here, the Buffaloes. It's a dangerous kick. It needs to come off, and it does. That was Hoda, I think it is. Takes a mark for Buffaloes. That's an up and under kick. Underneath it was Foster. He used his body well, but in the end, that's nearly a 50 as well. The umpire's not going to call it, but a good mark taken by Zach Smith for Districts.
Through centre half back position. Goes out wide with the kick. And gives it off to Lake. So almost quarter time, 22 and a bit minutes gone, first quarter. Really important match for these two teams, Darwin Buffaloes and Southern Districts. This kick searches for Luke Keel and finds him. Just went 20 metres. 25 plays 14, 11 points the margin for the Buffaloes. Ball, pack of players formed down on the half-forward line. Districts win the footy, got the handball inside the field of play. Kick forward there by Billy Rolfe. Parked underneath it, takes the mark, Rusker. So Brandon Rusker can have a shot from 50. He's about 10 metres in from the boundary line. They leave him alone. He bangs away from a long way out and kicks at goal. And what's he come up with? He's not got a goal. He's got a point. Disappointing result. Yeah, when he had so much room to move.
Yeah, he did. He could have probably taken a couple more steps and get more momentum in his kicking there and accurate for the kicking. But Districts are really stepping up this last half of this quarter and really putting pressure back on Buffs.
Bradley Stokes with the kick out for Buffs finds Dylan Gordon. Gordon up to centre wing. Over the top of the head of his teammate, but Lionel Ogden, clever, tries to tap it back, but Paulie Campbell's there for the Buffaloes, so is Saxton for Districts. Paulie Campbell, 1-2 attempts, and now it dribbles over the boundary line directly underneath the scoreboard. So a boundary throw in. 23 and a half minutes gone this first quarter. Darwin Buffaloes 4-1-25, Southern Districts 2-3-15. Not long to go in this first quarter as the siren sounds to end the first quarter. So Darwin Buffaloes 4-1-25, Southern Districts 2-3-15.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, If you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Head on in to Kazali's Palmerston Club. Business meetings, coffee breaks, or just unwinding. Kazali catch up with friends with stylish function areas suitable for any occasion. Sensational meals. Our family-friendly bistro has plenty of delicious options. All the latest machines in our modern gaming room. Get around the pool tables and prove your skills. Fancy a flutter? We've got full betting facilities available. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
So we can feel forever, yeah, feel together, real together. No one can stop. No one can stop. Nothing can ever bring me
Time to escape, cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better. And I'm going far and wide.
Great Northern Brewing Co. The beer from up here.
Intersport, new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience.
dedicated sports zones.
Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice,
Come and see it.
still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store.
Now open at Casuarina Square.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
Umpire bounces high, perfect bounce for footy. So Gallo wins the tap, tries to get it to Rusker. That's for Districts. Kicked off the ground by Timothy Eldridge. He's a running machine. He's very fast and he overruns the footy. Abala picks it up for Buffaloes from 55. Matty Campbell was pushed out the way, but in the end, an easy mark taken by Michael Bowden. So kicks it to Ogden. Ogden goes long, straight down the middle. Give for Sexton. Sexton tries to get the hand pass back to a teammate in Bailey. Bailey went without it. Did well not to get into the back of his opponent. Districts have the footy. So still in the defensive half, centre half back. Gives it to McCadden. They've gone into the defensive 50 now. They're going backwards. Under pressure's Bowden. Bowden with the kick and is dumped after he kicked the footy. So the free kick is going to go to the big Districts ruckman in Gallo. And just defensive of centre wing. Gets it back to Bowden. Bowden kicks it to a teammate who marks it directly on centre wing under the scoreboard. Poor hand pass, but it's cleaned up well by his District's teammate. High from the back was Moroney for the Buffaloes. Dangerous area here for the Buffaloes defence. Close to the boundary line. Bradley Stokes gets there, usually cool and calm under pressure, and he is this time. Gets it to Pendlebury. Pendlebury gets it off to a teammate and back up to centre wing, goes over the top of the pack. So just not hitting their targets at the moment to start the second quarter, both teams, and the ball dribbles out of bounds. Just left of centre wing, favouring the Buffaloes.
Yeah, it looks like both teams are probably a bit scared to make mistakes and are a bit timid going forward, but the intensity is still a bit high.
So Gallo works his way to the front. He got the tap down too. Went to Darwin though. Handball was clever. Buffs can come away from that part of the ground inside 50. It's a hoping kick for Matt Campbell. Runs to the footy, carries the outside 50, went with the handball, gave it off to Kate Abala. Kick inside 50, down towards, got a big climb at the back, ball goes to ground. Kick off the ground, desperate kick off the ground by Darwin. Might have been Hoda.
I think that's Foster, Charlie.
Foster it was. Foster kicked the goal. He's pretty happy with himself as well. So him and, as I said before, him and Matty Campbell kicked all the goals last week, and they're doing it again.
Yeah, they're doing it.
Absolutely. Good play there by Foster. The ball at Barla's playing really well on the half-forward flank. He's becoming that busy bee and really being a really good forward flanker. He got the ball on the half-forward flank for Buffaloes, kicked it down to the forward line, and Foster was one-on-one and beat his opponent. The ball hit the ground. Foster was quick to get on the ball, turned around and kicked the ball off the ground, and he just went for a goal. It's a great play there by Foster. Well, that's the one the Buffaloes needed, and see now what Districts can do to try to reply.
So back in the middle, but throws it up. Neither ruckman to an advantage. Pendlebury tries to kick it out of mid-air and missed it. It was an air swing, gets it back to Archard. That was Buffaloes off the side of his boot. Didn't gain too many metres, but Buffaloes just looked to steady. Good pick up by Moroney through the centre square, pushed in the back. So the free kick is going to Loudon. That was against Rusker. Loudon finds Clark. That's Thomas Clark. So just slowing the ball down here, finds Sean Armat. Still 60 metres away from goal, Sean Armat for the Buffaloes. So just waiting for a target. Now Foster leads. Foster in a prime position, takes the grab. Geez, he read that really well in between three Districts players. He was second in line, but he read that perfectly and ended up taking it on his chest. He climbed pretty high, so Brodie Foster's already kicked 2 goals, one in the first, one in the second. Dangerous play for them, and it's working. Matty Campbell and Foster in the forward 50 for the Buffaloes. So 4 minutes gone in this second quarter. If he goes back and kicks this, Districts need to make sure they get the next one. So Foster, and he kicked it across the face. Didn't look like getting the goal, not happy with himself, so through for a behind. Darwin Buffaloes 5-1-31, Districts 2-3-15, 5-2-32, sorry, and Districts 2-3-15.
So Districts to bring the ball out towards the defensive 50. Not much moving. They're playing stop, start, kick to a standing player. The game's not mobile.
And very close to the boundary, Charlie. They're sticking to the boundary.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be run on, no flow to Districts at the moment. They're standing still.
Dylan Gordon involved out there on the wing. The kick comes through. Districts have extra players back there. They can win the footy. They were trying to kick it down towards the half-forward line. Went off the side of the boot and straight into the hands of Will Sexton. Took a great mark. Sexton's second effort good. Gets there now. Gets clear with a handball. Gets out wide. Gives it off to Charlie McAdam. That famous name there. McAdam on the chase now, and the spillage went to Timothy Eldridge. Didn't get clear with it. Darwin come in. Stokes looking for the footy, can't get it. McAdam gets hold of it, kicks it down inside 50. Front position, Darwin couldn't take the mark, lands on the ground. Handball's okay. Comes out wide here. If they can get there, Darwin, they can clear it. Kevin Moroney gets there. They get to him, hold him up without the footy.
He did so well there, Charlie. Kevin Moroney played that perfectly. Kicks it across the face of goal. Buffalo's here looking to break out of defence, and the big ruckman just fell over at the wrong time. Archer just went sailing over his head. So Duffy has it for Districts through the centre square, kicks it to the 50. Dylan Gordon with a fist away, but the furthest umpire away found the free kick. Districts, the umpire said play on. Nobody knew what was happening, but the Districts player has a ping at the goals and he's kicked it, and that's Dalhouse. So Jay Dalhouse, and he was in no man's land because the umpire called a free kick, but he wasn't aware of it. And then he said that you took the advantage, and he did well to actually land the goal in the end.
Yeah, good play there, but Dalhouse. Great attack on the ball by Carroll, but Gordon with a good punch there for Buffalo. And Dalhouse was there on the crumbing, and it was a free kick to the Districts player, but then Dalhouse got the ball, crumbed it off, kicked a goal, and that's what the Districts players needed and the team, just to lift them up and give some confidence. So see how they go.
5-2 plays 3-3. Buffalo's in front by 11 points. Umpire hurls it up in the middle. Darwin win the tap out. Districts get onto the footy though. Best clearing kick comes from them out to a vacant half forward line. Now they emerge on the footy quickly under real pressure there with Bailey for Districts. He got it clear though and landed in the hands of McGregor. Whistle is gone. What's the umpire going to play here? It's going to be a free kick to Districts.
Holding.
So James Cetus tucked away in the pocket. Not the toughest of angles. He's been a pretty good player for the team. He kicks that goal and he tried to give it too much and he's kicked it out to the left and disappointingly comes up with a minor score. Southern Districts 22, Buffalo's 32, 10 points the margin, nearly 8 minutes gone second term.
Kevin Moroney kicks it straight to Brandon Rusker, who dropped the mark on the 50. Sean Matt tries to get it for Buffaloes. He's tackled, dispossessed. So Districts on their 50. They're attacking 50, that is, and the ball's not coming out. So the umpire says, give it to me. So he's going to throw it up directly on the forward 50 metre arc for Districts. Atkinson won the tap. Sean Matt was tackled. He couldn't get boot to ball. McAdam again. It's the second time the ball's been smothered off his boot. Picked up by Eldridge. Here, the speed comes in as a factor, and well done to Eldridge. Finds his teammate. Still in the defensive 50 just. That's Loudon. So Loudon asked to play on. The umpire calls him now. It's a long kick. Lake nearly marked it. Sorry, that was Jones nearly marked it. Paul Campbell goes in. They crashed into his back, and a good call by the umpire. You can hear the crowd weren't happy with that, but free kick was there every day of the week. So Paul Campbell just trying to push Jack Sexton away. He was standing over the footy, as you do as the opposition player. You don't give it back to them. So dangerous kick, but pays off. So Hoda has it for Buffalo. Still a long way from goal. Now kicks it in. Matty Campbell's on the lead. He gets there, gets his hands to it, but he dropped it. He goes around in for a second effort and a third. Close to the boundary line here. Matty Campbell again takes it over. So 4 efforts in that by Matty Campbell, but he'll be disappointed that he didn't take that grab and the ball goes out of bounds, 50 away from the Buffalo's goal grandstand side.
Yeah, good play there, but Matty Campbell looks like he's 10 years younger. He's doing really well, and his energy and his enthusiasm in the forward line is playing really well tonight.
33 years. Here's the throw in at the 50 metre line. Tap to the back, plenty of Darwin players hungry to get the footy. They didn't get it, landed in the hands there of Sean Matt. He couldn't get clear with it. District's trying to get it out. No, still no one can get a clear possession. Darwin with a chance now, they lose it. That was Jared Stokes. Little kick comes out of it, out towards Timothy Eldridge.
Well done.
He got onto it. He got a little kick away and kicked it towards the boundary line. Not deliberately. And the umpire says throw it in, and that's the right decision.
He danced around a few opponents there, but in the end, pushed his kick. So in the forward line here for the Buffaloes, so dangerous for Districts. 10.5 minutes gone in the second quarter. Buffaloes 32, Districts 22, so leading by 10. Good work by Sexton again. He's started the game well. It's his first Premier League game. Up and under kick coming out of defence for Districts. Jonathan Ross is taken off the ball. Dylan Gordon got it. Back to Sean Armat off the side of his boot. But fortunate, Matty Campbell was there, but he couldn't take the mark. Districts again try and clear it out of defence. Kick it up to centre wing. Kevin Moroney didn't attack the footy. Districts player did, but Moroney with a second effort smothers the ball over the boundary line. Well done, Kevin Moroney. So a boundary throw in grandstand side here at centre wing, with 11 minutes gone in the second quarter.
Yeah, great play by Moroney. Up the 1%ers, smothering the ball, always helps your team and really helps them give them a big lift as well and confidence.
That was a brilliant second effort.
Front of the grandstand here, the Morris Rioli stand, the wing, tapped down by Districts. Darwin get to the ball first. Handball was cleverly given away there by Matricardi. Southern Districts get it though. And they've got runners coming from everywhere. They put it into the hands of the running player in Bailey. Bailey kicks it to the one-on-one. He has his teammate parked underneath it. It wasn't Ross actually, that was Cetus, yeah. And Cetus over the footy and goes down ball and all to the ground. Umpire comes in.
They've moved him up to the forward line, Charlie. He's usually a defensive player, but they've obviously made a few changes there and moved him up to the forward line.
And I was looking for Ross.
Yeah. So umpire throws it up. Robinson gets in there as the ruck, but has given away a free kick in the end. So the free kick is going to Atkinson for Buffaloes, deep in the left back pocket. Finds Stokes. That's Jared, the captain. Finds Thomas Clark. So just short of centre wing. Just holding up play. The umpire says play on now, just waiting for a lead. It's close to the boundary line. Players keep it in to the advantage of Districts. So Districts looking to switch the play. Very dangerous. It's chopped off by the Buffaloes player, Matricardi. So Matricardi goes, bombs it into the 50. Again looking for Matty Campbell. Matty Campbell was third in line. Bowden does well to clean up for Districts. They're coming out of the defensive 50. Hits up the big ruckman in Robinson. Robinson in the centre square. Got a runner. Running past through centre wing, Brendan Rusk is there for Districts. Paddles out to Jack Sexton. Jack Sexton goes without it. Rusker puts on the pressure, but Buffaloes with numbers. Kevin Moroney goes back to Cale Cossack. Kicks it inboard in the corridor. So Matricardi goes out wide to a running Bradley Stokes. He's running through centre wing. Scoreboard side. Hits up Thomas Clark. Good mark by Clark. So just forward to centre wing. Kept running out there was Stokes. Stokes delivers it into the 50 and a good mark taken by Brodie Foster. The umpires called it a mark. Districts player thought it hit the ground. So a very, very tight angle and he's going to have to kick it from 50, but very doable for Foster.
Yeah, good play there and good kick there by Clark and leading there by Brodie Foster as well. He seems to be leading really well tonight. His leading patterns are direct and straight to the ball carrier. So let's hopefully see if we can kick a goal for the Buffaloes.
So Foster hard against the boundary line. No breeze whatsoever. Comes in, kicks it from on the paint of 50. It's going to land in the goal square. Matty Campbell again was second in line but didn't have the height. Does well to tackle the Districts defender. So they're going to get a ball up about 5 metres away from their goal line. Deep in the left forward pocket here for the Buffaloes. Dangerous times here for the Crocodiles. So tried mid-air swing and that was Bowden. The numbers prevail here, so good kick in the end by Jones Two-fisted punch by Moroney. Timothy Eldridge has it. Kicks it in the corridor looking for Thomas Clark. He couldn't get there. It goes over the back to the big ruckman and Archer. He goes around the corner and it's through for a behind. Well done, the big ruckman. He got boot to ball very quickly, but it's through for another behind to the Buffaloes. 33 leading Districts 22. 15 minutes gone.
So they can bring the ball out. Down the corridor they go, and they've turned it straight over. Mark taken there for Darwin by Pendlebury. He's a lefty, and he spears this down looking for Matty Campbell. Took it at his bootlaces. Wasn't paid the mark, and nor should he have been. And now under real pressure. Still on the ground, no clear possession here. In goes looking for it was Dalhouse for Southern Districts. Handball over the top. They can get out of trouble here at the 50-metre line. The handball was pretty good for Southern Districts. Still, it's not clear. Darwin will get across. Whistle has gone to pick up a high tackle, says the umpire. And which way will he signal here? It's going to be a Southern Districts free kick, you would think. Indeed it is. Almost 16 minutes gone in the second term. 11 points the difference. Darwin in front. Southern Districts with control of the footy at the moment. It's that sort of game, Fred, isn't it, where they're just kicking to mark, kick mark until they can get somewhere. And then all of a sudden there's a flurry of action.
Absolutely.
And then it gets a little scrappy. But Darwin, I think Darwin put together 6 marks before they got that ball down there last time.
Concerns here for Jared Stokes. Comes limping off. We know he hurt himself and come off last week as well. An ankle issue. And Matty Campbell is also coming. He seems to be favouring his left hand. Doesn't look too flash either, Matty Campbell.
Well, you keep an eye on him, Tash. I'll stay with this. Here's the kick going across the half-back line here. Left foot kick. It was missed kick. You knew the moment he kicked it that it wasn't good. The kick forward there by Bailey. Down towards the forward line, hoping for a teammate to take the mark. He wasn't able to do it. And a teammate down there was Cedars. And the ball knocked out across the boundary line and out of play at the 17-minute mark.
So Stokes, it doesn't look like an ankle injury. He's getting a lot of work done on his hip, glute areas, but Matty Campbell doesn't look too flash either. We'll keep an eye on those, Charlie. So it comes clearing out by Pendlebury for the Buffaloes. No one's there to take the mark. Thomas Clark goes without it. Districts have the numbers here if they can clear the footy, but they can't. Well done to the Buffaloes to wrap them up. The umpire's going to ball it up. So the centre square. Just a bit of a dull feeling at the moment in this game. So 11 points in front, Buffaloes. Nearly 18 minutes gone. Lionel Ogden takes it, turns his opponent inside out and finds a teammate all by himself. I reckon that that was Cedars, that's Rolfe. So Billy Rolfe takes the mark. He's going to have to kick it from 48. Slight angle. The flags are not moving whatsoever as Districts make 3 interchanges. So just keeping my eye on those Buffaloes players. They don't look good, so they'll be looking for the halftime siren as Rolfe comes in for Southern Districts. They need this goal. 2 steps, bit of a shuffle. Looks good. Straight through the big sticks, Rolfe. Well done, and Southern Districts have their 4th on the board, so they needed that. But a good kick in the end by Rolfred.
Oh, absolutely. Well, good play by Lionel Ogden as well. He got the ball, won the ball on the half-forward flank for Districts, and instead of blasting it towards the District goal, he looked for someone by himself or with opponent, but kicked it in front of Rolfe, and Rolfe led onto it, and good mark there, and good finish by Rolfe as well. Districts are really coming to the fore in this latter part of the second half, and they're doing really well. And Buffalo's looking a bit slow and a bit, their skill level's a bit tiring, so the intensity may be playing up on them a bit, but Districts are just playing it cool, so it'll be a very, very, very close and interesting game, and see how it goes. 19
minutes tick past in the second term. 5-3 plays 4-4 Darwin with their noses in front from the centre. Ball up. Still no clearance out of this. It just gets real scrambly in there. The umpire should try and pick a free kick out of it. Darwin play holding the footy.
Got to be holding the footy.
Holding the ball is a cry from the crowd, and the umpire in the end's decided that's exactly what it was. So Districts get the clearance from the middle.
So Districts through that play, and Sexton, that was Jack, hits Travis Carroll on the chest. He's within range, Carroll. He's going to have to kick it from about 53. Hopefully he stretched the hammies before this game because he does have a booming kick, but trying to get the distance, he pulls it, but it goes out of bounds. So a boundary throw in the deep in the left forward pocket for Southern Districts. Probably better than a behind. They have another opportunity now.
Yeah, they have another opportunity keeping the forward. I would like to see Carroll quickly move off the mark and look for options.
Yeah.
A bit far, but that's all right. See if they can keep the ball in the forward line Districts.
So the ruckman Robinson against Atkinson. Robinson gets it down. Xavier Clark kicks it, finds Eldridge. Eldridge goes towards the boundary line. What's the umpire going to call this? The players are pleading, but I think he kept it in enough, and Thomas Clark also ran to make it look like that he was attempting to keep that footy in, so he actually did well in the end to persuade the umpire for a boundary throw-in. So still in the defensive half here, the Buffaloes.
Cadham was pleading for it. Tap down here was a good one too by Chris Atkinson, doing some ruck work for the Darwin Buffaloes. Southern Districts get it out on the wing. Handball's okay. Vacant area in front of him. And it's still scrambly bit of play. Now they can get clear. A kick out here towards the wing on the grandstand side, parked under the footy, not able to take the mark though.
Oh, well done. Well
Will
done.
Sexton, but he got clear, takes a bounce or two, can take another one if he wants, makes it 3 and then goes with a handball over the top. Made it really difficult for his teammate. Really should have just used 2 bounces. Kick comes back here for Darwin, but they've turned it over as well. Districts to bring it straight back from where it came. Shaping with the handball, and then teammate drops it. It got straight in his hand, Brandon Rusker. He dropped it. Kick from mid-air was pretty good. Running with the ball in front of him and trying to take the mark was opposite number 7, Timothy Eldridge. He couldn't control it. Messy bit of play. Boundary line throw-in.
Yeah, a bit of play there. When Lake got the ball, he was free to kick the ball forward line. The forward lines are leading in for Districts and trying to provide an option instead of hand passing.
Yeah, Rusker probably put his teammates under pressure by having that extra bounce as well. So back on centre wing here, fighting for the footy. The intensity's picked up a bit. Good work by Cale Cossack. Delivers it into the 50. Brody Foster, perfect position. Used his body perfectly there as the siren goes to end the second quarter. But Brody Foster is going to go back, have a shot on goal, 45-degree angle. He's going to kick it from about 40. Very good shot on goal, usually Brody Foster. He's kicked 3 goals. No, he's kicked 2. 1 in the first and 1 in the second. Matty Campbell is the other goal kicker for the Buffaloes with 3. So Brody Foster, can he end this half on a high note for the Buffaloes? Looks good off the boot. Does it sneak in? It does. He's got the goal. He's kicked his 3rd for the game, and Buffaloes just take that lead out by 11 points. So to end the second quarter, Darwin Buffaloes 6-3-39, Southern Districts 4-4-28.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Absolutely 0.
0.
Yeah, definitely.
It has to be 0.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I don't think that's asking too much.
Domestic violence is everybody's business.
And it's not just the physical abuse, it's the things we don't see.
It is hurting our families. It is killing our families.
A lot of people have been silent to this fact, and I think it's about time we all speak up together and say no more to this form of abuse.
No more.
No more. No more family violence.
No more to the family violence.
No more. No more.
No more. Time to escape, 'cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better, and I'm going far.
Northern Brewing Co., the beer from up here.
On territory roads, anything can happen, so you need to drive to the conditions. Speeding can get you into all sorts of trouble. Dirt roads aren't just dusty. When it's hard to see, they're dangerous. At water crossings, remember, you're driving a motor car, not a boat. High water can be deep trouble. All sorts of animals can be on the road, so watch out. And if the weather is bad, slow down, you mob. Drive to the conditions and arrive in good condition.
The time to kickstart your business is now. Get your message across with the experienced local TV production team at Kick Digital. Cost effective, rapid turnaround, exceptional service. Kick Digital. Television production energised.
CFS Schoolwear is the perfect choice for quality custom-made school uniforms. Ideal for all school-related activities. 50 or 500 students, we have what you need. Contact CFS Gear for your free CFS Schoolwear quote today.
Getting my hands on the footy and just being with my mates.
I like being outdoors. It just makes me happy. I don't like it when I get yelled at.
It's pretty embarrassing when someone's shouting at you halfway through the game.
It makes me feel like I'm useless and I can't do anything.
We're just kids.
We're just here to have fun.
Let us do what we love.
Just let kids be kids.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
The NTFL clubs and umpires would like to share the following events and messages and thank their sponsors for the 2021 TIO NTFL season. For more information, please visit the relevant club or umpire's Facebook page.
is going to be the difference in this quarter and the last.
Well, Matty Campbell's out there and Brody Foster as well. They walk down into the forward line, so they're not changing any of that. Players moving into the 6x6 in the each division.
I'd like to see Cameron Stokes maybe clear it out and put Matty Campbell one-on-one again, like he did in this first quarter, to really stretch Southern District's backlines and use the experience, but they're not doing that.
Let's see if he favours that that hand, Matty Campbell. So in the middle, Kello for Districts clears by Saxton. Kicks it in, that's Brendan Rusker. Dropped the mark in the forward 50 for Districts. Districts still moving the ball forward. Taken without the footy was Rolf, but the umpire says play on. Rusker's in there again, gets the hand pass out, but Moroney clears it up for Buffaloes, but parked underneath it is the first gamer, Will Sexton, wearing the number 22 that Bill Feeney used to wear. Of course, made that pretty famous. Played over 300 games, I think, Bill Feeney. So the umpire's like, no. So the free kick is going to Kevin Moroney. Finds Pendlebury, can play on, he didn't. Probably need to get the ball moving just a little bit quicker here, the Buffs. Dangerous kick, Bradley. Jared Stokes is under enormous pressure. Sexton, that's Jack Sexton, kicks it in, but a good mark taken in the last line of defence by Cossack. It's it out wide. So the Buffaloes still trying to clear the defensive 50. Finds Pendlebury. He ran 150 metres to get that footy. Well done. Seaton Kernoff. Haven't called him much tonight. Had a quiet game. Played very well last week. Can he get himself into the game in the second half? For the Buffaloes, kicks it to centre wing. A little bit too easy at the marking there by the Buffaloes. Xavier Grant tries to get the hand pass out, but Districts are going to come away with it. Still at centre wing. They're going backwards here, the Crocodiles. Now they kick it forward. Lionel Ogden with a great mark. He was giving away about 50 centimetres in height, but took the mark in the end, and it looks like they've got to come back. So Lionel Ogden will take his kick again, but still about 80, 90 metres away from goal.
So he goes exactly like he did with the previous kick, and same result, the mark taken there. Districts have it outside 50, spearing kick inside 50, sliding after the ball there and taking good mark down on his knees is Billy Rolfe. Kicked a goal in the second term, so chance to kick another one from here. The build-up's been good for the Tricolours. They're starting to look, I don't know, there's something about them at the moment suggesting to me that they're a little more switched on.
Yeah, they have to, Charlie. They came out in the third quarter and they're really firing now. Let's just see if Billy Rolfe can kick this goal and inspire his team further.
So he's going to kick from just inside 50. He's almost directly in front. Crosses the 50-metre line, gets a bit of a skip and hop, then bangs away with the right boot. It's going to drop short right at the goal square.
Good mark.
And taken there by a Districts player. Didn't pick up who it was. Going to ground, got the kick away and kicked the goal.
I think that's Dalhouse again, Charlie.
It's an incredible goal.
I think he took the mark, but he wasn't quite sure, so he played on and snapped it from the goal square, but that was a brilliant goal.
But he was falling onto his back as he did it, got it away. And the goal from that might be a lifter for them.
Yeah,
that might within 5 points.
Might inspire them to kick. What a great goal there, and took the mark and leaning backwards and nearly hit the ground, kicked the ball in the air, and what a great goal. And that's has to inspire the Southern Districts now. That brings the score a little bit closer now and puts a little bit of pressure back on the Buffaloes, and it all starts on centre clearance there. Which team can make the most of their centre clearance and win the ball out of the middle? So see how we go.
So trailing by 5 points now, Districts in this third quarter, 3.5 minutes in. Jared Stokes, an up and under kick, drops on the paint of 50. That's the forward 50 for the Buffaloes, kicking to the airport end. Kale Cossack with a great pass over to Joey Anderson. He thought about playing on. He couldn't stop himself. Definitely has some sort of leg injury, and he hasn't played most of the season. I think Fred got the inside goss that he was only playing this game, and that was it. They had a few injuries this week, so he's such a vital player for them, and Buffaloes will be looking forward to when he does come back consistently. I remember him before he got drafted, running around. He won a premiership with the Buffaloes before he went off to play AFL, and he had a lock of hair. It looks good off the boot, and he's just missed it to the near side, so he won't be happy with that. And again, just one step I see that quite often with a lot of these players, Charlie and Fred, just 1 or 2 steps kicking on goal.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you look at the Kennedys of the world in AFL, they take like a bowler's run up.
That kick out, he messed around with it for a couple of seconds, the Southern Districts player, and then decided just to kick in a hurry, and he kicked it straight into the hands of Jared Stokes. So the skipper of Darwin is directly out in front, only about 30 metres out. He's gone back for a long run up.
This is the difference. Not 2 kick, not two steps.
He's got a big sighter on this one. He's taken about 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 steps. Bangs away with the right boot, and he's missed it out to the right. Comes up with a minor score. 6-5 plays, 5-4, 5 minutes gone, third term. Buffalo's in front.
I reckon he'll be going long this time.
Learnt from the previous kick out. Brody Lake well in front, but good work by Dylan Gordon. Plays on quickly. He's got to play by himself. That's Pendlebury, but chopped off in front by that man, Joey Anderson. So Anderson with his second shot on goal within under a minute. 5.5 minutes gone in this third quarter. Buffaloes are in front by 7. This will be their third shot on goal in the last minute. Can they get this one? Joey Anderson. This time he has a better run up. It's up and under, and he's pulled it out of bounds on the full. So struggling to get that distance, I think.
Yeah, you could see in his leg there he didn't want to really extend his leg further, so he was just tapping at it. So poor Joey's probably got leg issues. Disappointing result for him, though. He played 17 games for Carlton and 100 Sandful games for North Adelaide and Sturt. So he's been around a footy, some top-level footy.
Good mark.
Big mark taken there for Southern District. They're out on that wide, far side of the ground. And they'll try and bring it back into the corridor or go straight out at right angles. And that's where he's gone searching. The kick is okay. Good mark. Good mark taken there. That's a good, strong mark taken by Lake. Good player, Brody Lake. Young player. Measures up a little further to Zach Smith. So they haven't progressed out of the defensive area. Now they do with the kick. Almost up to half forward. Player all by himself. He picked him out and found him too with a very good kick, Dean Robertson. Onto the left boot he goes. He spears it in. No one gets a clear possession on it. Loose ball picked up. Snap around the body.
Oh!
Dalhouse, but his running back taking a mark down there might have been...
That's Ogden, I think, Charlie.
Lionel Ogden. So Lionel Ogden running with it inside the square, across the goal face, took the mark, which brings him out directly in front.
And I think he had to take that mark. He weren't quite sure if it was going through.
So Lionel Ogden kicks the goal. And they get within a point, Southern Districts. Good goal there from Southern Districts. They've shown signs of improvement here in the second half.
Oh, absolutely. Great play there by Southern Districts. Really good play there by Dalhouse. Read the play off when the ball hit the ground, got the ball, kicked it in the forward line. We thought it was going to be a goal, and Ogden just happened to be there. Districts are winning the 50-50 around the contest and doing really well. Their pressure and their tackling. Buffalo's had a couple of chances about 5 minutes ago to kick the goals, and they didn't make the most of it. So Districts did. So it comes back to opportunities. You got to make the most of your opportunities when you're in front of goal with your kicking, marking, handballing, and pressure.
8 minutes gone, third term here. Point the difference. Darwin Buffaloes leading by a point. Tash.
They're back in the middle. Low. It's the ruck down for District, so they're looking promising here. Southern Districts have started this quarter really well. Buffs, the clearing kick out of the centre, but McAdams there first. That big ruckman gets there as well. Dean Robinson, geez, I love the way he goes about his footy. Dean Robinson, who chops out in the ruck, but taken over the boundary line. Still 70 away from the District's goal. That was taken out by Keel. That's Luke Keel. Just love the way Dean Robinson for Southern Districts goes about his footy. Such an important player for them, very versatile as well. He's back in the ruck against Atkinson this time. Atkinson uses his body well, wins the tap down. Paulie Campbell gets to it first before it goes over the boundary line, kicks it up to centre wing, but Lake, Brody Lake with 2 fists, smashes it over the boundary, and he's being called for deliberate. Geez, you don't see that very often. A defender is called for punching the ball over the boundary. It was quite close to the boundary as well. So Anderson took the free kick, kicked it up to Foster. Foster manages to get the handball away. He got the handball away, but Brody Lake, in the end,
pounced on him, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Probably a bit of a tough call there, that one.
Yeah, the umpire didn't see it. He was on the wrong side.
Short kick, and they wax it away across the full-back line. Little kick forward here from McGregor. Haven't called him tonight much. Into the hands this time of Clark, Jesse Clark, up towards the wing. Just all these little short kicks. They're just retaining possession. Handball was clever from Jones. Another mark out on the wing, and the mark taken out there by Ruskett, but he might have been out of play. It's out of bounds on the full. Darwin are going to get the free kick, little short kick. So they'll try the same thing here, bringing it forward. Here's Sean Matt, goes short again. Matt Campbell gets around, another short kick, finds a teammate up on the half-forward line. And now some clearance. Kick at an open goal line. It rolls, and then it rolls into the goalpost and comes up with a minor score.
So kicking out duties here for Districts. Finds McGregor. McGregor to Staunton. Under a bit of pressure from Anderson. So in the defensive 50 here, still the Crocodiles. Kicks it a good 40 metres. There's Dalhouse by himself. Takes it on centre wing. This near side, Brendan Rusker's running for him. Plays on. Chips it over to the top of the 50 to Ogden. Ogden hand passes it off to a teammate in Kill. Kill kicks it to the top of the square. There, roving the ball. Jonathan Ross, and he's missed it from 3 metres out. He had a little bit more time and space, and he rushed it onto his left boot and threw for a behind.
Oh,
wow.
He had more opportunities, but you've got to make those more opportunities.
Point the difference. Kick out wide. Taken there by Jared Stokes. Comes into the corridor. Kick was okay. Mark taken there. Just luckily, Matt Riccardi. He goes at right angles back across the arc of 50. They're still in the defensive area. Now another short kick into the hands this time of Moroney. Moroney again. This time into the hands of Pendlebury. Gee, I'd like to see him go forward, Pendlebury. I really would.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Charlie.
Kick from the half-forward line. Punched away. Defence will get there first. Charlie McAdam, will it sit for him? Yes, it does. Campbell got to him. Now the handball under pressure. And over the boundary line. Gee, they were lucky to get out of trouble then. Ball out of play at the 50-metre line. 1 point the difference. Buffalo's in front. They haven't been headed all night.
Oh, it's looking like a really good game. The intensity's lifted. You can feel the crowd getting into it now, Charlie, and the players as well. Every mistake and every opportunity matters.
So boundary throw-in on the paint of 50, favouring Buffalo's end. So Gallo tries to get the ball away. He can't. That's a great tackle. Great tackle there by Hoda. So he's just on his measure, I would think. So just pops it over to Matty Campbell. Matty Campbell with a good mark, 45-degree angle. It's marked at about 30 metres out. He's going to kick it from about 35, 40. Tight angle, we're right behind him here, but if someone can kick this goal, it's Matty Campbell. Has 3 goals, kicked 3 in the first quarter, Fred.
Yeah.
This will be a lifter if he can get this.
Oh, that'd be a really good lifter, and especially for his confidence and his team. Matty Campbell, he's in the right pocket for a left footer. See if he can straighten it out.
Tough angle.
Matty Campbell. He's a freak when it comes to a lot of things, Charlie, and there we go. As he squeezed it in, he has. He's got it. So Matty Campbell has his 4th. He kicked 3 in the first quarter. Now he's got 1 in this 3rd quarter. I knew if someone could kick it, it was Matty Campbell. He loves it from the boundary line, Matty Campbell.
Oh, what a goal by Matty Campbell.
That's extraordinary.
A great game. Right on the boundary line of the left forward pocket. Right forward pocket. He just left foot, summed it up situation, used the curve of the ball to win the goals, and gee, he's really on fire tonight. He's really showing some skills, and it'd be great if they left him one-on-one in the forward line and shifted everyone up from the half-forward flank and let him use the experience and skills to his level. But yeah, that was a great goal by Matty Campbell.
Well, you know, Mike, I called before about Pendlebury going down there, because I think it gives you the option of kicking a high ball down there, but that was a high ball down there, and he took a big mark, didn't he?
Yeah, he took a really good mark.
Well, they have moved Pendlebury down there, Charlie.
Oh, good, they're listening. So they come out of the centre. Darwin there looking for the foot. He can't get it. To kick off the ground here will be a good one. Bounces towards the 50-metre line, so they're up in their forward line. Southern Districts have got players lining up for it. Handball comes out, left bit behind though. Darwin get there with numbers, and they can win it now and get a kick up over the wing towards the boundary line, and it'll go out of play. Some hard running there came from Joey Anderson, but he couldn't control it in the end, and
I think he's
out of play.
His leadership on the field too, Charlie. He's one of the
valuable
assistant coaches, and very, very. Even though he's not 100% fit, but just the leadership that you have out there and the experience that he has is great for this Buffalo side. So boundary thrown directly under our commentary box. That's a big hit, great tackle, laid the umpire. What's he going to call? That's holding the footy. So free kick is going the way of Matt Triccardi. He absolutely crunched Luke Kill. That was a good, hard contest. Triccardi kicks to Foster. He just manoeuvres his opponent out of the way. Brodie Foster again looking for Matty Campbell and chopped off. No, drop mark by Jones. So Matty Campbell's in there, needs to get rid of it. He's dragged it in. What's the umpire going to call? And says, give it to me. So ball up.
That was a mark Jones should have taken.
So 30 metres out from the Buffalo's goal. Trying to pick it up was Thomas Clark. And again, they're holding it in. The umpire's going to call it this time, but so the free kick is going the way of the Buffaloes, and it's going to that man, Charlie. Ryan Pendlebury was moved forward. And of course, I enjoy calling this Pendlebury name, Charlie. My
got a Collingwood
beloved
sound ring
Collingwood.
To it.
Yes, his brother is Scott Pendlebury, the captain of Collingwood. He's enjoying his time, so I've heard, up here in Darwin. The guys take him out goose shooting and is really enjoying it and has moved up this season. So he comes in, Ryan Pendlebury on the left and straight through the goals. He's kicked his first goal and the Buffaloes have their 8. So just breakaway again a little bit more. So 13 points the difference here at TIO Stadium at Marara. 16.5 minutes gone in the third quarter.
Yeah, this is a bit of a break for the Darwin Buffaloes, and see if they can push onto it and kick a couple of goals. If the Buffaloes kick a couple of goals, I can see District's heads dropping a little bit, and they're running in their steps, maybe not as quick or as hard as it probably was in the first half. But now this is where character comes into it. And can District step up and score the next goal? They need to.
That miss by John Ross has really come back to haunt them, hasn't it?
Opportunities.
They've had 5 goal kickers to 3 Southern Districts. Darwin trying to win the ball clear out of the middle. Held up, and the umpire's going to have to ball it up again. Just want a hard running player to get through the middle there. There's a tap down. That's one of them. Stokes got that kick away. It was a pretty good one. Other Stokes got to that. That was knocked on further there too by Foster. It's inside the 50-metre line. Chance here for Darwin with Adam Hoder getting to the footy. He couldn't get it. Whistle goes. It's going to be a Southern Districts free kick in defence, and McGregor will get it. So Liam McGregor tucked away in the back pocket. Charlie McAdam was trying to tell him where to go with it and got a little frustrated in the end because he couldn't hear him.
So kicks it up the line, looking for Bowden, but Bowden was dispossessed, and calling his teammate back was well done by McAdam. Just let his teammate know there that he had the clear and there was no one that was going to crash into his back. So deep in the left forward pocket, McGregor clears the ball. Districts can come away here. Dalhouse can play on. He does. Kicks it through the centre corridor. Looking for Staunton. He's had a quiet third quarter, Dean Staunton. He'll want to lift. Tries to impact the footy. He does. Dives on it now. Gets the ball out through a hand pass. Rolfe goes without it. Well done by Abala. Has a bounce through the centre square. Then he's crashed to the ground. Jared Stokes hits it. Then wheels around, just puts it to the hot spot. Brodie Foster worked his way in front. McAdam just allowed that too easily there. And Matty Campbell with a kick around the corner. One-on-one, Joey Anderson's there. Can't bring his opponent to ground, and Districts are going to clear it out of defence here.
Good defensive play. Darwin couldn't lay a decent tackle on. They got the kick outside 50. So the mark taken there by Rolfe. Goes out wider. A little push forward. Up towards the wing. Mark taken there by Duffy. And Duffy again. This is Southern Districts as they normally do it. Chip kick. Was calling for it in short. Rolfe ignored that though. Went with a longer kick. And parked
Mark.
underneath it, Mark taken. Clearly taken down there. Left foot kick inside 50. Lands on the ground. Buffaloes get to the loose ball. Spillage was in their favour. Handball landed in the hands there of Bradley Stokes. Goes with a searching kick out towards the wing. Finds big Archard, who kicked it down towards McAdam. McAdam won it over Stokes and then chipped it back towards the wing. Long handball back into the hands this time of McGregor. He turned it over. Just a scrappy bit of footy at the moment. Kick up inside 50. Contested mark down there. No one got it clearly. Pushed towards the boundary line. Player held with the footy. Is he going to be pinged? It stays in the field of play and the umpire comes in the end. He's had enough of it. He says, I'll ball it up.
Yeah, it's a bit of scrappy play there, Charlie, but you can see that everyone's getting a bit tired now. The Buffaloes and the Districts players, both teams are getting a bit tired. So who can keep their nerve when they're getting a bit tired?
We're in the red time now of the third quarter as the ball goes over the boundary line. So 60 metres away from the Buffaloes' goal. 20.5 minutes gone in this third quarter. Darwin Buffaloes 8-6-54, leading Southern District 6-5-41. The umpire throws it in. Dean Robinson tries to tap it over the back, but only as far as Paul Campbell. He hand passes to Jared Stokes. Jared Stokes kicks it in. It's an awkward bounce. Foster's there, so is Thomas Clark, but well done to the Southern District's defender. Kicks it off the ground, but who's running there and gets there first? But Matty Campbell is winding back the clock, paddles it to himself, then hand passes to space, willing his teammates to get into that space, and District's under enormous pressure, but a free kick, so just ill-disciplined there by the Buffs because they had Districts. They had them on the ropes there, so Joey Anderson, the free kick going back to Bowden. Bowden with Brandon Rusker. It's dangerous. Brandon Rusker waited for the footy, so allowed Bradley Stokes to get in. Stokes paddles it to a teammate. Cal Cossett's going past. He tries to paddle it back, but Brandon Rusker cut it off. He's going to get it back. He needs to get rid of it. He does. Brody Lake. Good work here by the Districts. It's the fourth handball in a row. The fifth one now, so Districts on the wing. Brandon Rusker kicks it forward. The big ruckman's there in Gallo. Gallo gets it. He's got to play it all by himself. They can rattle it off here. Districts, have they stuffed it up? No. No, Robinson couldn't take the mark, but he's earned the free kick.
In the
So
back.
fortunate there for the Districts. I thought they'd mucked that right up. They had a number of plays and just didn't hit a target, and Dean Robinson's going to go back from directly in front. He's going to kick it from 45.
Fortune handles the Braves, so it'll be interesting. But yeah, Districts push the ball forward. You can see the tired legs and the run coming slowly tiring up. So see if Robinson can get the goal.
They need this goal. Southern Districts comes in and he's missed it to the left. So through for a minor score. So they're still trailing the Darwin Buffaloes by 12 points at the 22.5 minute mark of the third quarter.
Bradley Stokes goes short to the back pocket. Kick transferred further upfield looking for Maroney. Takes the mark at 50. Brody Lake standing on the 50 as the siren brings the three-quarter time to an end. Just a quick score, 54-42. 8 goals, 6 Darwin leading Southern Districts 6-6. Get some goal kickers from you, Tash.
Yeah, Charlie Ford.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Head on in to Kazali's Palmerston Club. Business meetings, coffee breaks, or just unwinding, Kazali's has you covered. It's the perfect spot for a catch-up with friends, with stylish function areas suitable for any occasion. Sensational meals. Our family-friendly bistro has plenty of delicious options. All the latest machines in our modern gaming room. Get around the pool tables and prove your skills. Fancy a flutter? We've got full betting facilities available. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
So we can feel forever, yeah, feel together, real together. No one can stop. No one can stop. Time to escape, 'cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better, and I'm going far and wide.
Great Northern Brewing Co. The beer from up here.
Intersport, new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience.
Dedicated sports zones.
Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice, still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store.
Now open at Casuarina Square.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
In the second, two in the third, but that bit of a lead they got at quarter time has stood them in good stead. So they lead by 12 points here, and we're set for a pretty torrid last quarter here. They're playing for so much, these two teams, in 5th and 6th position on the NTFL Premiership table with just 4 rounds to go after this one. So Darwin desperate for a win.
Yeah, and Districts, if they don't win this, that's it. I think it's too far gone for them.
Right.
Buffaloes will break away by too many games. I think it'll be 3 games.
That's right, and percentage as well.
Yeah.
I think it means more to Districts, like you said, Tash, than Buffaloes. And you can see the intensity from the start of the game, the second and third quarter by Districts now. You see their coaching staff really put up the groups and really hammer them, making some of the decision-making, talking, and their skills. Can they really make an impact in this last quarter?
Tash to get us away in the last quarter.
So Gallo wins that one. Gets tapped down. So going forward here, going backwards to go forward was Districts. Out to the wing. Good body work by that Districts player in Bailey. That's Jordan Bailey. Kicks it into the forward line, looking for Ross. Ross went without it. Dean Staunton tries to insert. Ross is back in there as well. Oh. Diving over the top was Dylan Gordon. He did everything but get the footy. Lionel Ogden, can he take this and kick it? He misses the footy. Good pressure by Kale Cossack, the 100 gamer for Buffs. Kicked off the ground and goes across the face. That was Cedars, so it manages to stay in. I thought Jonathan Ross was taken high.
Wow.
And then he's taken over the boundary line. Geez, they've 3 opportunities there, Fred, for Districts, but they've managed to keep it in the forward 50, deep in the left forward pocket for another opportunity.
Great play by Districts now. See if they can put the ball in the forward line.
So ball up, Gallo was in there, and advantage paid to the Buffaloes. That was Grant. Grant kicks it out. Good pickup by that Southern Districts player, fully at full stretch. That was Rolf. Rolf with a player all by himself, and that's Jack Sexton. So Jack Sexton takes the mark directly in front. He's going to have to kick it from 45. This is a much-needed goal for Southern Districts. This is their season on the line, pretty much. They need to get this goal. Trailing by 12 points. The start of this last quarter. Comes in Sexton, kicks it from 48. It's a good-looking kick. And does he sneak it in? He does. He snuck it in. Sexton has the goal that they need. It takes him within 6 points. Well done to young Jack Sexton, playing his first game as well for Southern Districts in the Premier League tonight, along with his brother Will from Yarrawonga, I believe. So Bill Feeney was telling me.
Yeah, he's played really well tonight, and that was a really good kick. One thing that Districts have made is Ogden into the forward line, and he's provided a really good fresh target with him. He got the ball on the forward line there, looked up, instead of blasting for goal, saw Sexton by himself, kicked it in, and good mark and good finish by Sexton. That's a really good start by the Districts players. Now see if they can keep up in that. Now what does Buffaloes have? Now can they get the ball out of the middle? Which team gets the ball out of the centre square?
So let's see. Harchard gets up on it. No one got a clear tap. Ball landed on the ground. Forced forward by Darwin just a few metres. Now they've got it. Under pressure though. Chasing hard at the footy was Hoda. Goes in for another effort. Sits up for him in the end. Got the handball away. Gave it off to Cossack. 100 gamer. Out now towards to Stokes. Jared Stokes fires it inside 50. Wanted Foster. Foster got his hands on it, then dropped it. Now we got a second chance. Onto the left boot he goes. Bangs away at goals. Bounces in the goal square. And then bounces off to the left when it could have gone right. Would have been a goal.
He burnt Matty Campbell there. Could have given the handpass over the top.
Could
Matty Campbell was on his own.
5 points the difference, Tash.
So within a goal will put them in front, Districts. The kick out, finds McGregor on the far side in the defensive 50 still for Southern Districts. Called to play on now. Hits up a target. Out and comes across into the corridor. That's Brody Lake. Unlucky not to get drafted this season, young Brody Lake. Talented young footballer. Finds Charlie McAdam. McAdam with, that was Sexton, the goal kick out, and the 50 given Thomas Clark, ill-disciplined. And he's in the way of the player, so if he maintains staying in the way, and now he's given away a high, so it's going to go all the way to the goal square. This might cost the Buffaloes.
Wow.
They need to get Thomas Clark off, and here comes the runner now. He knew straight away, just silly play by Thomas Clark. So Sexton, the goal kicker from a couple of minutes ago, is going to go directly in front and put Southern Districts in front for the first time in this game. They're in front by a point at the 4.5 minute mark of the last quarter.
Who would have thought they'd come out, Districts firing, and they've kicked the first 2 goals. Ill-disciplined by Tom Clark, by the Buffaloes player. That was a 100-metre penalty. That pays costly, and like I said before, you've got to make the most of the opportunity. Discipline, skill level, and focus. When you're tired, and that focus is really important, and that's when those little voices and those little legs and your body starts thinking to yourself, can I run farther? So that little voice starts, oh, can I do this? Can I do this? Focus is so important, especially when you're tired.
Fred, I reckon the biggest question of the night is about to be answered right now in this next couple of minutes. If they can get a clearance out of the middle here, Southern Districts, Darwin will find this difficult to get the lead back again. No one clear yet with the footy. Still, it's a kick off the ground out of desperation for Southern Districts up in the direction there of Dean Staunton. Normally he's pretty good with the footy. Handball goes over the top cleverly to Billy Rolfe, and then chip over the top, dropping back. Lionel Ogden takes a strong mark. He's a great player for Southern Districts, isn't he?
Yeah, good move to see him in the forward line as well. Districts got the ball out of the middle, and they just kick the ball forward, push the ball forward, and a great kick into Ogden by Rolfe, and now he's got an opportunity to line up and kick a goal for his team.
Toughish angle. Distance not a problem for him. He's probably about 6 metres in from the boundary line. Goes with the right boot at goals. Good looking kick. Great kick. Great goal for Southern Districts under pressure. What a beauty.
Oh, great play. Great kick there by Lionel Ogden. Gee, Districts have come out like they're fire. You know, they looked a bit tight at the end there. Don't know what happened at the three-quarter time siren with Matt Campbell, but they've just come out fire. And it's a wonder of confidence. When you kick the first goal, the second goal, confidence just makes you run that little bit harder. Now the pressure's back on Buffaloes. The leaders of the Buffaloes need to stand up, especially in the centre square, where they lost the first 2 centre clearances. The Buffaloes team in the centre square need to get the ball on the hands of the ball, and push it forward.
3 goals in 6 minutes from Southern Districts. Sees them come from 12 points down to 5 points in front.
So that was Billy Rolfe's second goal of the game as well. So back in the middle, good tackle laid by Sean Armat. Sean Armat again in there. So how will the Buffaloes respond to this? 6.5 minutes gone this last quarter. Districts with their season on the line. Archer wins the tap, but only as far as Duffy. So Matt Duffy for Districts tries to get it out. Look at the feeling in this game now. It's only gained 3 metres from the centre square. Bit of push and shove. That's Hoder again. They're just creeping under the skin of the Buffaloes here, Southern Districts. No ruckman for District attempted that one, picked up by Robinson. Robinson's tackled as well, still back in the centre square, the centre circle, sorry. So ball up. Neither ruckman take it to advantage. Matty Campbell, you know that the game's on the line when Matty Campbell goes into the midfield. So taken by the Districts player, just runs too easily around Robinson. Handballs to Duffy. Duffy under enormous pressure, tries to get the handball away. Only as far as McCarty can't get the ball out. That's a little kick by Sean Armat. Gains about 5 metres for the Buffalo. Brody Lake, strong by the young fella, trying to hook up with Brandon Rusker. He does. Inside out, torpedo. Travis Carroll can't get to the bounce, but picked up by Cetus. Cetus burns around. Does he hook it enough? And it's a free kick downfield. So there's that discipline again. So the free kick is going to go to Lionel Ogden, deep in the right forward pocket. He's going to be sitting on the fence to kick this one, Fred.
Oh, gee, ill-discipline again by the Buffaloes. But you could see the swell, the waves of Districts players. They've just got their confidence up and they're running.
So
Buffaloes are playing reactive footy.
So Lionel Ogden has kicked one in the third quarter. This will be very, very hard. He's going to go back and kick it to Dean Staunton. He's shaped to do the banana. And Dean Staunton was all by himself. He's going to kick it from a 45-degree angle from 45 metres out. We're right behind him here. Captain Dean Staunton needs a captain's goal to put them further in front. They're in front by 5 points. Can he come in and put them in front by 11? Nearly 9 minutes gone this last quarter. And he doesn't get enough swing on it. And it goes through for a minor score, so that puts them 6 points in front with 9 minutes gone in this last quarter, Charlie.
Wow. Good game of footy, tough footy. Little short kick comes out, measured nicely. Mark taken by Darwin. Deep in the back pocket. They can switch the play if they want. They don't. They go searching on the other side of the ground where there are plenty of Districts players, and they win the footy too, the Southern Districts, and that chip kick coming in was cut off. Darwin with a strong mark in defence. Might be Pendlebury back there.
They put Pendlebury back in the back line.
Here we go, searching with the left boot. It's okay. Kick was good. So Darwin controlling it at the moment, going steady, wanting it, and calling for it. It's Bradley Stokes. That's ignored. Goes over the top, and it works well for them. That's 3 marks in a row. Let's see how many they can get before they Southern Districts get a chance to touch the ball. Here's another one that's going to be marked. That's 4. Ball in the hands this time of Seaton Cunoth.
All uncontested marks as well, Charlie.
Yeah. And here's another one. 5 dropped a bit short, that one, and ball forced towards the boundary line. Districts get across there, couldn't keep it in the field of play, and the umpire will have to throw it in.
Yeah, I don't mind that by Buffalo. It's just taking the pressure off the composure of the game and just slowing it down, playing calm footy, slowing the pace of the game. So I don't mind that by Buffaloes as long as they keep in possession.
Yeah, it took the heat off, didn't it?
Yeah.
So Robinson slaps it forward, gains 10 metres, but only as far as Bradley Stokes, who kicks it back into the forward 50, but a good, strong mark taken by Bowden. Played very well tonight. Kicks it long. Up to the far wing, in front was Robinson, 2 grabs, but then whacked away. Coming through front and centre was Ogden. Gallo all by himself, the big ruckman through the midfield. comes Bowden. Bowden kicks it long, looking for Travis Carroll. Camped underneath it. Comes to the ground. Getting there first is John Ross. He picks it up. He's 49 metres out from goal. Dances around his opponent. Then kicks on goal, and it's gone through for a behind. Will they come back and bite them, these behinds? They need goals. Need to get more in front here, Southern Districts.
So Darwin in a hurry all of a sudden. Pressure building. Good strong mark taken there by Kelvin Williams. And up to the 50-metre line he goes. Darwin again with the mark. This time into the hands here of Loudon.
Ooh. Well done, Bowden, to just hold him up there, Charlie.
Yeah, he was going to go kick short. Gave it off to Eldridge. And now they're going to have to work it. Putting in pretty hard there was Patrick Gallo for Southern District. Stolen by Darwin, though. Kick forward by Carl Cossack. Down towards the 50, down towards the goal line. Kick off the ground by Charlie McAdam. Desperate work in defence. Comes out the back door. No clear possession.
Oh, that's dropping
Stokes
the footy.
got it. Dropped the footy. Kick around the body. Right on the line. Was touched. It was a snap around the body by Hoda. And it was touched on the line. So they come up with a point. So Southern Districts with the footy to bring it back into play.
So they need to get it up the other end. Charlie McAdam.
Buffaloes need to keep the ball into the 50.
Deep in the left back pocket. Finds a teammate in Clark. That's Jesse Clark. Just holding up some time. Thomas Clark is on the mark. Kicks it up the line. And shepherded out the way was Atkinson. That was silly play by Gallo. Did not disguise that at all. He gave away the free kick to Atkinson. He bombs it into the 50, looking for Foster. Foster climbs. Got up McAdam's back, but didn't take the mark. Under pressure here, Districts look to clear. Gallo misread the ball, and a good mark taken by Chris Atkinson, who wheels around, plays on. Gallo didn't even put pressure on him. Will this come back to bite them? And a good mark taken down there by Moroney. No, that's Joey Anderson. Joey Anderson looked to play on, trying to milk the 50, and he does now. Gives it off to Matty Campbell. Matty Campbell wheels around and straight through the goals. You've read that like a book. Absolutely.
Oh, great play there by Joey Anderson. You could read that about 5 minutes later. That Joey Anderson with the hand. Matty Campbell was going.
He did about 3 attempts, didn't he? And still Districts didn't pick it up.
No one woke up to it.
Oh, what a game. Your scores are level. This is an amazing game. I'm glad it's a great game. It's been really good, and I think we waited for this for a while, but good to see. Both teams are really trying their best. Intensity's dropped, but there's still the enthusiasm, the pressure by both teams. You know, getting to the forward line, getting to the back line. Both back lines are under pressure, but both forward lines are under pressure as well. And it starts in the middle, the centre square. Who can win the centre square clearance and get their ball, the team, the opportunity to kick a goal?
Well, the big guns are in there looking for it. I can see Jared Stokes there. Umpire's going to have to bounce it up again, or has he picked a free kick out of it? Stokes has got the free kick. No, he hasn't. It's going to the ruckman, of course. And so Archard kicks from the centre for the Darwin Buffaloes down towards the 50-metre line. Front position down there was Foster, but he didn't get the mark. Spillage comes out the back to Bowden. Bowden chips it out wide, finds Rusker, Brandon Rusker, just outside defensive 50. Searches along the wing. Oh, big reach over the top then by the Southern District's ruckman. Was that Gallo?
Oh, well done, Anderson. Anderson taps it over to Foster. Foster gets it to Loudon. Loudon had time and space, and he sprayed it through for a behind, so it takes him in front by a point. Nearly 15 minutes gone in this last quarter, but he had a lot more time and space there, Loudon. Jeez. Not enough talk there by the Buffalo forwards, but there's that man, Joey Anderson, just the little tap that he did, the 1%ers, just making a difference out there. So clearing the defensive line here, Districts. Buffaloes have really stepped up in this last couple of minutes. There's Jared Stokes, dances around one, then on his left foot, looking for Anderson. Anderson uses his body well, but couldn't get to the footy. Sean Armat does. He can go for goal. He does. Does it have enough on it? It does. He's kicked the goal. He's put Buffaloes in front by 7 points. Shawnee Armat, well done. So with nearly 16 minutes gone, the Buffaloes are in front by 7 points, Fred. Good goal.
Great play. Well done by Joey Anderson. Tapped the ball out in the space for Matt, and great play. There was a lot of pressure leading into goal there, Matt, but he's held his composure, took a couple of steps, and then the left foot straight through. Wow, what a game. You can feel the crowd getting into it.
Yeah.
You can feel the pressure from both teams. Both players are scared to make a mistake. You know, really going at the ball hard. It's a really great game, and it's really great to see. And, see what Districts can come back with. Buffaloes have really stepped up. What a comeback by Buffaloes.
What a comeback.
Yeah,
indeed.
it was really great. And I see what happens to Districts got. Who wins the centre clearance?
Well, Campbell, we expected to kick a goal, but Shawnee Armat, the unlikely hero, gets one for them and puts them right in front. And he's doing some more work in the middle. Then again, he knocked it away. Ball comes out to McAdam out the back, gets on the left boot, pumps it up towards half forward. Spillage for Southern Districts. They're caught in a big tackle. And they're going nowhere. Umpire will come in and ball it up. Some really tough tackling now. Good tap down by Atkinson. Did it for Darwin. Atkinson with a tackle again. Ball lands on the ground. They got a little toe poke away. Southern Districts didn't go anywhere special. Ham kick around the body didn't quite work either. Darwin got that, went to the middle with it, running back with the flight of the ball, taking a strong mark as Kaya Jones kicked the goal in the first quarter. Goes out wide to McAdam. McAdam looks upfield on the left boot. He goes. He's got a player down there, finds him, and he can steady the kick down and spear it inside 50. Ball races towards the boundary line. Darwin get there in numbers, done very well to pick it up. That was Timothy Eldridge. He got caught in the tackle, somehow got it to Atkinson. Atkinson went upfield, relieved the pressure with a pretty good kick and a strong mark taken for the double Blues.
Yeah, Clark, that's Thomas Clark, just chips over the top to Seaton Kernoff.
All the Buffaloes have to do now is slow it down, play composure footy, kick the ball to each other and waste time.
Kicks it up the line to Atkinson in front. That's a good mark in front of Robinson. So 18 minutes gone. Still haven't hit the red time here. They potentially need another goal, I think, to feel a bit safer. So Foster tries to paddle it to a teammate. Districts need to work hard holding without the ball. So the free kick going the way of the Crocodiles. Umpire called in the play on dangerous. Matty Campbell nearly chopped that off, but now they've got the overlap here, the Crocodiles. So Michael Bowden looks up. Got a player running for him, and good work. Kicked it to space. That player got to the space. That's Ross. So Jonathan Ross kicks it into the 50. If he takes that mark, he punched that away. That's a mark. That is a mark by the Districts player in the forward 50. Trying, I think that's Cetus. It is Cetus. He got caught behind and he went for the fist, but he got the fist and the ball went straight up in the air and no one tried to hit it away, and he took the mark in the end. So as you're told as a forward, if you get caught behind, always act as a defender and try and get the fist in there, but it was fortunate enough for Cetus. Very good player, Cetus. Bit of a quiet game for his standard, but usually plays in the back line, is in the forward line. Needs to kick this goal for the Crocodiles, and got too close to the man on the mark and he sprayed it to the right. So through for a minor score. They're trailing by 6 points with 19.5 minutes gone in this last quarter.
You can almost sense a draw, can't you?
Oh, what a game. What a fantastic game, Charlie.
Kick up the middle was pretty good. Good hard work done there by Atkinson. Used the handball well, but the kick that came after that turned it straight over, and Southern Districts have it in the midfield, and they'll spear it inside 50. Pack of players fly, gets over the back. Picked up by Districts with a handball quickly out towards Staunton. Staunton with a kick to the goal square, offhand through for a minor score. So that's probably a blessing for them, really.
Absolutely.
Carroll had the advantage there, Charlie, and, you know, a lot stronger body. Probably needed to do a little bit more in that goal square. So Jared Stokes in the defensive 50 here for the Double Blues. Kicks it out to the far side. Flying high was Dean Robinson for Districts. Couldn't take the mark in the end. Dancing around a number of players, then goes over the boundary line. The umpire calls for a boundary throw. I'm very, very lucky to get away with that. The Buffaloes player close to holding the footy.
Tick past 20 minutes, Tash.
During the red time. Can they hold out the Buffaloes? Can Districts get it into the forward 50? Up by Sexton, he couldn't get the ball away. Kicked off the ground by Pendlebury. Gains about 35 metres, and the free kick going the way of Joey Anderson. There is that experience again. Joey Anderson has had a ripper of a last quarter, and it's actually coming back to Brodie Foster. But Joey Anderson, the leadership that he's shown out here tonight, especially in the last quarter with the game on the line. Kicks it into the 50, and a good mark taken by Matty Campbell.
What a great kick by Brodie Foster, and what a great mark low to the ground by Matty Campbell as well. Shows a lot of experience and skill. He's just going to get up, take all the time in the world, and you know, kick a goal or kick a point, but he's going to waste as much time as he can.
Yeah, that's that experience, isn't it? And he's kicked 5 goals for this game.
That's an outstanding performance, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, Charlie. He played really well.
You didn't think he was on the team sheet, and you said, well, that's 3 goals that the Buffs won't kick. Well, it was 3 goals plus.
Yeah, he's come up with 5.
So Matty Campbell turning back the clock tonight. So dangerous in that forward 50, but when the game was on the line, they put him in the midfield. Looks good off the boot, and it goes through the goals. Matty Campbell has 6 for the game. He kicked 3 in the first quarter, 1 in the third, and now 2 in this last quarter. Just so dangerous for the Double Blues, and like I said, they put him in the midfield when the game was on the line, and they won it back, the Buffaloes, and they go out to an 11-point lead with 22 minutes gone. Looking likely that the Buffs are going to be winners, Fred.
Great play here. Matty Campbell's just turned back the clock. Just what a performance by Matty Campbell from the first quarter to now. And great kick by Brodie Foster there, kept Matty Campbell on the lead. And Matty Campbell took his time with all the experience and skill in the world and kicked perfectly and kicked the goal for his team. Great performance. Districts, now the ball's back in their court. What can they do? Their season is on the line. Is anyone or the centre clock going to stand up?
64 plays, 81, Darwin in front. Southern Districts desperate to get their hands on the footy. They mightn't get it though. Little chip kick by Loudon was okay out wide. Linked it up through Moroney. Moroney goes searching further upfield. Gave it to Anderson, who gave it back to Moroney. And then he got a kick up towards the wing. Now the handball finishes up in the hands here of Shawnee Ahmed, who kicked that terrific goal in this last quarter. Out wide towards Atkinson. Puts it out in front of his teammate there, has to bend down and pick it up and snap it goal, and misses off to the left, but kicks a point, a really important point. So 12-10 plays 9-10, so it's be very tough for Southern Districts from here.
They look a bit tired, Charlie. They look a bit tired.
So with the kick out, Brodie Lake tried to get there, but a big fist from Dylan Gordon being a good inclusion for the Double Blues tonight. So a ball up, 55 out from the Buffaloes' goal. Not long left in this game at all. Atkinson gets 2 fists to it. Jared Stokes goes without it. Districts player fell to ground. Sexton with an underground handball gets it to Robinson. Robinson gains 45 metres. Bradley Stokes dropped the mark, but Kevin Moroney there was to help. But Districts come away as the siren sounds to end this game. And Buffaloes ended up being the winners here tonight. 11-10-76 defeated Districts, 9-10-64. So 12-point winners in the end, Charlie.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Well, it's 12 points, isn't it? Really?
Yep.
But the score showing there on the screen is.
Yeah, no,
there's 18 points, but that's wrong.
The scoreboard is the correct
right,
one. Yep.
Yeah, so the correct final score is down 11-10 to Southern Districts 9-10. Is that right?
Yep.
12 points.
Yep.
12 points, a good game?
Oh, absolutely. What a great game. We needed a good game today, Charlie, I think. And what a great game. And both teams have provided us. Districts played like they're hard on the line. They tried really hard. And you know, they shouldn't hang their heads up and low. They tried their best, and they were bitten by a bit of team. But, you know, Buffaloes, they were down halfway through the last quarter. They were down, and they found a way to come back and show true character. And they kicked a couple of goals to really get them the eye. So this might be a turning point for the Darwin Buffaloes and how they move with their season forward.
And for Southern District? What does it mean?
Look, I think this is probably season over, as we discussed earlier. This was probably a finals type game for Southern Districts. They had to win to really give their finals a chance. Matty Campbell probably looking at maybe planning for next season, and it's a sad thing, but they really played really well. They should be proud of themselves tonight. Districts, they got it in front a couple of times, and they really tried really hard. But at the end of the day, Buffaloes were the winners.
Yeah, they had their chances, didn't they? Southern Districts, the team shaking hands out there. We'll hold the commentary coverage here for just a few more minutes. Get some goal kickers from you, Tash, and then analyse it a bit more with you, Fred.
All right, the goal kickers for the Darwin Buffaloes. In the end, Matty Campbell had 6. No pressure on your 3-2-1s, Fred. We always say that the goal, someone that kicks a bag of goals usually ends up with a vote, but I don't think that's always the truth, Charlie. No. I think sometimes it's delivered down there really well.
Tonight it might be true.
It might, yeah. I reckon he will sort of end up with a vote or 2. So Matty Campbell with 6, kicked 3 in the first quarter, 1 in the third, 2 in that last quarter, 3 to Brodie Foster, 1 in the first, 2 in the second, and individuals to Ryan Pendlebury, and the goal that changed